let's welcome Mr. Vineet Mishra. Mr. Vineet Mishra is Director Technology Consulting and associated with EY from last 10 years. He is a postgraduate in marketing and graduate in electrical engineering and has more than 19 years experience in power sector. Mr. Vineet has been pivotal in establishing the digital practice in EY power and utility sector. He has a good international exposure and worked with international companies located at South Africa, Singapore, Dubai, Kuwait, Qatar, Nepal, and Bangladesh. Today, he will be talking about digital empowerment of distribution infrastructure. So let's welcome Mr. Vineet.
Thanks to Lee for hosting such a nice session. And I really appreciate the views shared by my colleagues panelists. So Anilji raised a very valid point that MI is supporting by whole heart and with all capacity for the distribution sector, and more so specific the area which we are focusing, smart metering. And coming to Vikram, so he has shared very valid points that how the things are changing in the sector, dynamics are getting changed with the intervention of electric vehicle, with the intervention of DER. So all these things are putting more responsibility on distribution utilities and transmission utilities to be more automated or to respond as I really appreciate the fact which Vikram highlighted that nowadays people are pretty digital savvy or IT savvy. So they don't have patience. They want a prompt response. So be it a normal, if we take a simple case of billing also. So customer wanted, okay, utility, if you are not able to answer on telephone line, you just try to respond us on chatbot. So those kind of things are taking shape in the market. So customer is looking for prompt response. And Mr. Dhanpal has raised very valid technical points where he talked about isolator issues or how GIS are supporting in this particular arena. So I'd like to, most of the facets and data points already covered my colleague panelists, but still I'm trying to have, I hope that I would say some more insights. So I'm taking the point where Anilji told that 3D is budging bird nowadays in the market. So yes, 3D is everywhere is budging now. So I'm saying 3D is taking a big center stage nowadays in our sector. So if we talk about decentralization, so everywhere we are talking about, and already Vikram explained how the things are getting changed while we are having a target of 450 gigawatt installation of renewable energy due to COP commitment, or we are talking about, okay, let's see, by 2050 we need to be net zero. So those things are putting a lot of pressure on the sector. Coming to decarbonization also, COP21 already put a lot of push around decarbonization. And the third important pillar which I would like to talk about more is a digitalization. So I'm just recalling wherever I'm having these kind of a discussion with my learned panelists or esteemed market players who are in this market, I try to know to understand what is actually digital. So even though I'm leading digital part in E&Y, so if I talk more than 100 people are having their different definitions. So I can't collate all 100 definitions right now in this forum. But for me, or what I understand, maybe I'm wrong, but it's a perception of individual. Digital is what they change your business model. So how it's changing, supposedly, as Vikram conveyed, that earlier, what was power sector? Transformer, circuit breaker, lines, but nowadays it's not. It's one layer, bottom layer. On top of that, you are putting intelligence. On top of that, you are putting artificial intelligence, drone monitoring, all those kind of things. So this is changing your business model. You are not doing the work in the conventional way as you were doing. Okay, there's a fault. We'll send a fault rectification team. They will try to find it out where the fault is. While we all know nowadays, distribution management system is pretty well available. ADMS is pretty well available. You can immediately find out where the fault is, and you can send a crew directly at that particular location with the GIS map. So your fault rectification time, which was earlier, if I say 5 hours, now it limits within 30 minutes. So that entirely changing your business model. Why? What you are getting? You are getting better business opportunity cost. Because if I 220 kV line gets stripped, so down the line, what I'm losing my business opportunity cost. Apart from customer satisfaction, which is one of the most important pillar, I'm losing my business opportunity cost. So for me, digital is which is changing a business model. And now, why it is required? So I'll not take too much time. While it is required, already we can explain. Things are getting changed, so it is pretty much required. But if we talk about utility, which are focusing on four major pillars. For utility, if we talk about distribution business, so they talk, one, they focus and they consider their revenue first and foremost. Second, customer is very important aspect for them. Third, their employee, and fourth, their asset. And I'll not cover first three, it's already touched upon. I like to touch upon asset one, which is infrastructure. How digital is changing infrastructure dynamics in the sector. And more so, how we are trying to achieve or how we are trying to be more digital. So in a way, I would say earlier, things were working in silos, but nowadays things would not work in silos. So gone are the days when we were talking about normal metering. And Anilji raised a very valid point, smart metering. We need not to consider smart metering only limit to AT&C loss reduction, which probably that's a different topic. I don't agree with that smart metering will reduce AT&C losses. But it's a plus many advantages. So utility can better plan load forecasting, utility can better plan their system network. So, but gone are the days when we were talking about, if I talk about 2000, before 2010, we were talking about simple meter reading in the system and bill was being generated. To the point now, 2010 onwards, things moved like AMR, unidirectional. So your meter is sending data and you are analyzing in your central data center. But now we have moved further. We are talking about bidirectional. So we are getting data from the meter, and if we are finding any anomaly, then we are taking, we means utility or distribution company, they are taking necessary action on immediate basis. So I want to say how we are trying to be more digital savvy. We are now looking for real-time data from the assets and the real-time action if we find any anomaly in the system, be it meter, be it any field equipments. Yes, it will take some time to be more digital savvy, like distribution companies, especially government utilities, needs to implement ADMS integrated with GIS or DMS with outage management system. They are doing partially SCADA, but yes, journey has been started, bi-directional data communication has been started, POCs have already been done, or commercial rollout already been done. So for me, how digital is supporting us, bi-directional data, real-time basis, real-time action. On top of that, I'd like to highlight one more point, how government is serious, apart from the scheme which was launched recently, but NITI Aayog has come up with specifically data importance. NITI Aayog has come up with a DGQI framework, data governance and quality index. So it's not only power sector, across all ministries, they are coming up with this framework that we need to compile the data. We'll start it from central funding scheme, then we'll go to state funding scheme, then other, I would say, I like to say other initiatives. But from central funding scheme, they will start to compile the data, evaluate the data, health of the data, and based on that data, they will take necessary action. So it's a beginning around data. And more so if we talk about our sector, so we are going to sit on petabytes of data every day. So we were evaluating. So largely we are supporting our clients in smart metering space, wherever when we try to size the system. So you can simply take one example. Earlier, one meter reading facets were coming in the system only once in a month, while we are talking 96 slots, because 15 minutes block, 96 slots, and not only meter reading data, other parameters also. 96 slots, roughly 100 into 30, 3000 slot data points for one consumer. And we are talking about 25 crore consumers. So humongous data. And what we can do so, I think we need to take one more session for the same if we talk about how we can monetize the data. So that's a next wave which utilities are working around, but that's linked pretty much commercial or revenue part, so I'm not touching. Next point, how this digital is evolving. So I'm clearly recall the fact that when I started my professional journey way back in 2002, so at that particular point of time, there was a very famous scheme called APDR, and that sensitized the importance of digitalization. Now we are saying digitalization. At that point of time, we were saying utility should be more ITC. So APDRP started, then successfully RAPDRP, subsequently Uday scheme, and now we are hearing and everyone knows the fact that reform-based scheme, which is already being launched, and the ministry is having big ambition from smart metering, almost 22 billion USD funded provisioning for smart metering, remaining 22 billion for system strengthening part, and unified billing system. So I'm not going in those schemes, but yes, it is evolving. APDRP, RAPDRP, Uday, and now reforms. And utilities are also getting tough time because all the things are being linked with a KPI. It's not simple grant. You take it grant and you do whatever you want to do. You need to achieve certain targets. So I would say in last 2 decades, the major focus was on IT part, which was considered digital. And in a way, that is a subset of digital. But next decade, which I see and I echoed with Vikram, is more focused toward OT. So more focused toward OT because now we are seeing smart metering. Smart metering is OT, or we can say IoT. Next wave would be SCADA. Already government has sanctioned the SCADA for the cities, which is having 200,000 more population, more than 200,000. Then DMS, distribution management system, through which you can monitor your system, or you can do load flow studies. You can find out the fault also, and you can take a corrective action within limited time. Then on top of that, you can go for outage management system, which is linked with a CRM system or voice response system or GIS system itself. So these things are coming in the market. And one important point which I would like to touch, asset performance management, APM, which we say APM, at times we say asset management, or we say predictive asset management, predictive maintenance kind of thing. APM is going to play a big role because nowadays utilities are understanding the importance of TCO of assets. So what is TCO? Is total cost of ownership. So if I'm buying a transformer at a cost of 100,000 bucks, while I'm putting more than 200,000 bucks on its maintenance, so it's overall 300,000. And if I can put the right set of digital tools there, which saves my cost in terms of maintenance, and I'm putting 10,000 for digital implementation and getting 50,000 only for maintenance. So my net TCO would be 160,000 as compared to 300,000. So asset performance is taking big shape, but yes, nowadays it is more pro towards transmission sector. But yes, distribution companies, once I hope and I wish very soon they should cover up this ACS ARR gap and should be cash positive. And they should also implement those kind of initiatives to increase the TCO of their assets. Next point, which I like to highlight, those big jargons of digital IT, OT, we all accept, yes, it is required. But based on my discussion with utilities in multiple forums, which I would like to highlight, utilities needs to prioritize those initiatives rather than, okay, everyone is going for implementing ATMs. I'll not take name of any utility here in this forum, because utility is having rating C in the credit recently launched list, and they are willing to implement ADMS, DMS, and all kind of thing in spite of setting up their base. That's not a right decision. So we need to prioritize, and I appreciate the fact that ministry also accepted this fact that now smart metering based on the information which I received, rather than focusing on 250 million smart meter, government is focusing it is in phased manner. So first they are covering Amrit cities, under which the quantum would be almost 1/3. So it would be around 8 to 10 CR smart meter would be replaced. Once that gets settled up, then they will move to the next phase. So my submission would be things should be prioritized rather than implementing everything. And we obviously, every utility needs to understand the cost benefit of those schemes or any digital intervention, because regulator will not allow those kind of expenses also till the time regulator sees a clear-cut benefit of this. And last but not least from my side, we need to take forward this journey in our sector. I request my utility colleagues that they need to spend decent time on capacity building. Otherwise, we are not going to be successful in this. And I quote only one example, which is not example of OT, which is largely IT. It's simple example of GIS. So even today, I was in a discussion with senior leadership of ministry and other PSUs, where the point was highlighted, we are trying to do everything. Energy accounting, feeder monitoring, smart metering. But how we can do energy accounting while we are not having a base of correct consumer indexing, which is the fundamental of the thing. And why we are lagging? Just because of the capacity. So going on such big jargons and to very specific these major initiatives, utility needs to focus on capacity building aspect. The same request I requested in ministry also, REC and PFC and NSGM also. Please focus on this, and whatever the scheme which is coming, please keep one KPI in terms of capacity building of utility. So with this note, I'll hand it over to you, Gurleen. I think I could cover within a specific time limit. Thank you.